Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. Now I'm doing a Dutch pour. It's going to be using blue tones on a grey background. It's a warm grey background. And I'm only using paint and water. So I'm experimenting this technique myself just by using the water element. I have used pouring medium for all my creations in the past, so I'm ditching the pouring medium, I'm breaking out of my comfort zone, and I'm just going to be using the paint and water ratios. Now my good friend Rinske Downer, I'm sure many of you know her and follow her Dutch pours. Now she is the expert with Dutch pours by just using paint and water. So she's my inspiration for today's video and this creation that I'm going to try and attempt. I'm going to drop all the ratios that I use for this creation in my description below. I'm going to carry on learning, I'm going to carry on experimenting, and I hope you'll join me on that journey. So let's see what we can create. Okay, so I'm using the Warm Grey by System3 Acrylic, Iridescent Blue Green by Pebeo, Brilliant Blue and Turquoise Blue by Amsterdam, and Iridescent Blue Black by Pebeo. Okay, so I'm going to use a 12 by 12 inch canvas. I've painted the sides, as you can see, just so I've got a clean edge. And then I've got my colours here. It's just paint and water, so I'm still experimenting with the ratios, and I'll also drop the ratios in the description below, just so you can see the ones that I've worked with. Okay, so I'm going to apply the base colour first. I'm using a warm grey colour by System3 Acrylic. It's an opaque colour, therefore it means that the colour itself is a solid colour and you won't see the base of that canvas, so you won't see any white on that canvas. And again, I'm just using paint and water. So, wish me luck. Okay, so I can already tell that I don't think the base is fluid enough. I think I needed to add some more water to that. But, you know, let's see how it goes. I'm just going to torch to get rid of some of the air bubbles. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go from corner to corner and then blow it out. So because I'm going to be blowing over the corner, I'm not going to go right up to the edge. I'm probably going to go about here, so it's got some space to blow out. Again, I think these are going to be too thick. I just don't think they're fluid enough. But that's okay. It'll be really interesting to see how this turns out. Okay, and also it's about ensuring you've got enough paint. I'm guilty in the past for not having enough, for having too much rather, and it kind of just all gets lost on the table. However, I'm literally scraping all I've got. Not a problem. Lesson learned there. Okay, I think there's just a blotch Got ya. Got ya. Right, here we go. Oh, no. Let me just torch to get rid of those air bubbles. Okay, let's go. I did actually see some cheeky cells just forming here, and I think if it was a bit more fluid then I would create a lot more cells. Again, as I said, I'm not using pouring medium for this. I'm trying to learn how to do the Dutch pour by just using paint and water. And I'm using different brands. I'm using Rowney, System3 Acrylic, Pebeo and Amsterdam. So I've been working out all the different ratios you can see there, all the different ratios for paint to water. So once I've kind of mastered how much water I need to my paint, also bearing in mind that the more you water some paint down, the less binder there is going to be in the paint, and then there's more chance of things like cracking and splitting. So this is a real journey for me. This is a real lesson, like a learning in my lessons, almost going back to scratch, because obviously I'm used to just relying on pouring medium. I'm just going to torch this, get rid of some of the air bubbles, see if I can bring up any of the cells, and then I'm going to blow it out. So, let's go. Now I don't know if you saw, but as I was blowing out there was some cells here, just in this area, and I blew over it, but hey, it doesn't matter because it just shows that you can create cells without any additional cell additive. I'm just going to blow out some of this just round here. I'm stepping back to have a look at the perspective and the composition. I really like this negative space just here. Those blues are really popping, so I'm really happy with that, but I think I'm just going to just blow out just here with my mouth and see what else I can do. Yep, okay, I think I'm happy with that. I'm going to take you down on the canvas to have a look. Here we go. Here is the wet version. As you can see, there's some cells just forming just in there. I really love this colour palette. and I really like the warm grey background against the blue. I think I might just fix it just a little bit here, but overall I'm happy with this. So let's see how it dries. Again, just paint and water. I'm gonna clean up my edges and I'll take you in for the dried version. Okay, here we go. It's dried beautifully, and can you just see those iridescent colours, how they kind of pop through and shimmer and almost give the perspective and the composition that additional kind of 3D element to what you can see. I'm really happy with how it dried. This is probably my second attempt just using paint and water. I'm going to release a video soon which is my first piece that I did just using paint and water, and as I said, it's about kind of learning about the ratios, not breaking down the paints too much with too much water. It's getting that and striking that balance. I'm really having a lot of fun, and I hope you're having fun watching me experiment too. This piece turned out beautifully, and I think what's helped it is using the warm grey background against those blues, especially the iridescent blue-green and the iridescent blue-black by Pebeo. I think that's really helped the piece to pop. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. I hope to see you again soon. Have a great week and take care. See ya. Bye.